Every game begins the same way.
Hello, Birdland. Welcome back to Orioles Fan Central. This is your direct channel for everything happening behind the scenes with the Baltimore Orioles. Before we dive deep into the latest exclusive information circulating within MLB corridors and directly impacting our future, I need you to do something very important. Subscribe to the channel right now, hit the notification bell, and smash that like button. Our community is growing, and for me to continue bringing you these detailed analyses and news scoops with the credibility you deserve, your subscription is fundamental. Join our family of the O's and don't miss a single detail of this offseason, which promises to be historic. Let's get straight to the point. Sources linked to the front office indicate that Mike Elias and the Baltimore Orioles High Command entered this winter with a very clear mission: to acquire an elite starting pitcher, a true ace, to lead our rotation. However, a cold and objective analysis of the current market reveals an extremely competitive and, I dare say, dangerous landscape. While the intention to sign a big name is genuine, we must deal with the reality that there are many buyers for very few luxury products. When we look at the list of available elite pitchers, we are talking about names like Framber Valdez, Dylan Cease, Ranger Suarez, Michael King, the possibility of Zach Gallen, and even the fascinating unknown of Japanese pitcher Tatsuya Imai. We identify only about 6 options that would truly change a franchise's level immediately. The mathematical problem here is obvious. There are far more than 6 teams with cash on hand and desperate for quality pitching this offseason. This is where my strategic analysis differentiates itself from the common noise on social media. While everyone is focused solely on Plan A, a smart organization like the Orioles needs to have a robust Plan B. And my information and trend analyses point to a name that, while perhaps lacking the glamour of a recent Cy Young award, could be the missing piece to stabilize our ship: Chris Basset. It might not be the name that sells the most jerseys at the stadium store initially, but it is the type of calculated move that wins championships. Backstage chatter suggests that if the bidding war for the top 6 names spirals out of control, or if prices inflate to a point that compromises the club's financial future, Basset emerges as the most logical and safe alternative. We cannot afford to exit this winter empty-handed simply because we couldn't land the big fish. Conventional baseball wisdom tells us that you can never have too much pitching, and durability is a skill in itself. The market is volatile. We have seen recent contracts explode in value and duration, often for players who cannot stay healthy. The Orioles' approach must be surgical. By observing the movements of our division rivals and the glaring needs of our rotation, the figure of Basset begins to make more and more sense, not just as a consolation prize, but as a high-value strategic acquisition. He represents safety amidst the chaos of free agency. We are talking about a battle-tested veteran, someone who won't shake on the mound at Camden Yards. The front office knows that the competition window is wide open, and to take advantage of it, we need quality innings, not just prospects or famous names who spend half the season on the injured list. Next, we will dissect the numbers and understand why this could be Mike Elias's masterstroke. Continuing our exclusive analysis here at Orioles Fan Central, let's dive into the data and intangibles that make Chris Basset such an intriguing option for the Baltimore Orioles. Recently, Basset earned considerable respect throughout the league, and especially among the most discerning analysts, for his heroic performance in the 2025 postseason with the Toronto Blue Jays. What we saw was impressive versatility. After spending the entire regular season as a starter, he adapted to a relief role in the playoffs, making 7 appearances and registering a microscopic 1.04 ERA in 8.2 innings. This demonstrates not only talent, but a competitive character and a will to win that are contagious. Exactly the type of mindset we need to inject into our clubhouse. Looking at the overall picture of the 2025 season, the baseline numbers are solid and project reliability. About to turn 37, Basset delivered an 11-9 record with a 3.96 ERA and, most importantly, accumulated 166 strikeouts in 170.1 innings pitched. In an era where pitchers barely reach the 5th inning, having someone capable of being an innings eater with quality is a luxury. If the Orioles fail in the hunt for the elite names mentioned earlier, Basset offers an extremely high floor of production, keeps the team in the game. Considering that our projections indicate the Orioles' offense will perform significantly better in 2026 than it did last season, having a pitcher who consistently gives us 6 solid innings is often all we need to rack up wins. Beyond the statistics, there is the leadership factor. Our roster is young and talented, but at certain moments in 2025, doubts lingered regarding maturity and vocal leadership inside the dugout during pressure moments. Basset would bring a stabilizing veteran presence, someone who has seen it all and knows how to navigate the turbulent waters of a 162-game season and the playoffs. This type of mentorship is invaluable for our young arms and cannot be quantified solely by spreadsheets. Financially, the analysis also heavily favors this move. Spotrac, a reference in sports contracts, projects that Basset will sign a deal in the range of 2 years and $37 million. For the Orioles' salary structure, this is music to our ears. A contract of this size is perfectly manageable and crucially leaves us with budgetary flexibility to attack other urgent needs, such as adding an impact bat in the middle of the order or bringing an elite closer to the bullpen. Spending $200 million on a single pitcher could compromise the rest of the roster. Spending $37 million on Basset allows us to build a more complete and deep team. Therefore, if the front office cannot close with a certified ace, pivoting to Basset is not a step back. It is a smart resource allocation play that keeps the championship window open. In summary, while we all dream of the biggest name on the market, signing Chris Basset would represent an ideal fusion of durability, leadership, and fiscal responsibility, allowing the Orioles to improve the rotation without sacrificing the ability to reinforce other areas. Now, I want to know your opinion, fan. Would you accept Chris Basset as the main addition to the rotation if we miss out on the big names? Or do you think Mike Elias should go all or nothing on an elite pitcher, whatever the cost? Leave your opinion in the comments below. I want to generate a serious debate about this. Don't forget to like the video and share it with other members of Birdland. Subscribe now for quick updates and in-depth analyses. Let's go, O's.